Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. My name is Derek and this is the guidebook. Today we're just going to be doing one hike in the video, but I'm going to provide some tips on how to beat the crowds when hiking. Personally, I don't really mind crowds when I'm hiking, but it is nice to have a trail all to yourself sometimes. So let's get into the video. The first and most important tip is get to the trailhead early. I'd recommend trying to get to the trailhead before sunrise or right at sunrise. The sun is already up and we're still not at the trailhead. I kind of wanted to see if you can even get there later than I've been getting there and still have the trail relatively to yourself. As you can see here, there are quite a few cars at this trailhead already. So don't have the trail as much to yourself as you would, getting here before sunrise, but still not a crazy amount of cars. One thing I forgot to mention about this trail specifically and some other trails are some trails are backpacking trails too. So sometimes you'll get to a parking lot and there'll be a couple cars there already. You'll think, oh, maybe there's gonna be some more people on this trail. And sometimes all those cars are just people that had gotten there Friday night and backpacked in and they're camping along the trail. So you might be hiking and not see anyone else because they're all just hanging out at their camp like a little ways off trail. I want to preface this real quick. I don't really mind hiking on a trail when there's a lot of other people on it. It doesn't really bother me too much. I tend to hike at kind of a quick pace, faster than most other people, so I'm not usually around too many people anyways. That's just me. I understand if you want to go out in the outdoors to experience more of like solitude and enjoy the trail without as many people. So tip 1 was get there early. Tip 2 is going to be pick hard trails or trails that are hard to get to. The harder a trail is, or the harder a trail is to get to, the less crowded it's going to be, because the trail will either be above people's fitness level or their vehicle just simply won't be able to get to the trailhead. So you're gonna see less people on harder trails or trails that are harder to get to. I mean, some hard trails are really popular anyways, and you're gonna see people there, but a lot of the times, if you pick a harder trail, you're not gonna see quite as many people on the trail. Tip 3 is gonna be something that I actually mentioned a little bit earlier, but if you don't wanna be around others when you're hiking, then hike at a faster pace than them. I've passed 3 groups so far on this trail, and I've only been around people for maybe a total of 45 seconds because I'm hiking right past them. Tip 4 is going to be hike trails just outside of peak season, whether that's peak fall colors or just best weather conditions. Try to hike them just outside of that. For example, this trail is a really popular summer hike. So I decided to do it in the fall. Because of that, this really popular hike doesn't have nearly as many people on it. I'm almost 3 miles into this trail, and I think I've only passed 4 groups. Tip number 5 is use the internet and apps and Instagram and things like that to your advantage. A lot of times there'll be reviews or comments or things like that under posts saying, oh, I got to the trailhead at this time and it was totally full, or I hiked at this time and the trail was super crowded, or things like that. Or you can ask somebody on Instagram who posts a picture of the trail, be like, oh, like, was it crowded when you went? What time did you go? Things like that to gather more information so you can find out like when the best time to go that trail is going to be for it to be least crowded. Sorry if it's getting really windy and you can't really hear me very well. But yeah, that's tip 5, is use the internet to your advantage. Just came up on the first of the little lakes up here. Oh, this is already gorgeous. Look at that. Looks like we're coming up on the second lake here. Look at that. Trail's like skirting the edge of the lake now. Oh, actually, I think I'm off trail right now. It looks like the main trail might be over there. I accidentally messed up there, but just try to stay on the main trail whenever you can. Sometimes there will be little side trails around lakes and stuff, and you won't really realize you're off trail, but just try to do your best. So the trail that goes up that way, that's not the right trail. There's actually a junction here, and it looks like this is the correct trail according to all trails. So I'm gonna follow the edge of this lake till I get kind of close to where the stream comes into it, and then I'll be taking a left heading up. Pay attention once you get up around these lakes. If you come hike this trail, it's easy to get off course up here. Here's that little creek, and heading up now. This last segment of this trail is way steeper. Almost there. Trail's flattened out some, but that steep section is no joke. As I was walking around the shore of this last lake, it seems like I might have gotten off trail again, because the trail is here. I came in over there, so it is pretty hard to follow this trail once you get up towards the lakes, or up past the first two lakes at least. I keep following it up, see where it goes. Look at this. This is incredible. Beautiful mountain lake up here, and there are 3 other people that just got here. I've been up here maybe for 10 minutes or so. It is beautiful up here, but it's also very cold and windy, so I'm gonna head back down. You can see the bigger lake and the little bit smaller lake over here that I passed, kind of the canyon between them. The 6th and final of like the main tips would be go when the weather's not very good. If it's like a rainy day or a super cloudy day or a little colder, not as many people are going to be on the trail. So that could be a good time to go do hikes. We hiked a really popular trail this summer on like a cloudy, rainy Sunday, and there weren't really very many people on the trail at all. There were some people that had been backpacking from the night before, but other than that, we didn't really see almost anyone else on the trail. I have one more like honorable mention or extra tip that's going to seem like kind of a no-brainer, but I feel like I might as well include it in this list. Hike less popular trails, ones that are, you know, far from major cities on weekdays, and you'll generally have the whole trail to yourself. So there you have it. I was able to hike a very popular trail that's pretty close to Denver later in the morning than I normally would have started, and really wasn't too crowded at all. You know, I mean, I saw more people than I usually would, but I expected that. That's going to be it for this video. I hope you found these tips helpful, and if you enjoyed this video, give it a like. If you have any tips of your own, leave them in the comments down below. And if you like videos about hiking, camping, car camping, backpacking, stuff like that, then subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.